Well, hey there, everybody. Long time no see. Been a little over a year. I'm going to put up my first video in a while. It's nothing exciting like snorkeling or beach walks. We're going to stain a patio. So glad to be back. Hope everyone out there is safe and doing well, and hopefully we'll keep seeing you. Again, this video for all the three of you that just love to watch these things I put up. All right. Our beautiful stone patio is a little bit of a diamond in the rough right now. It was finished up mid-winter, a little bit mid-pandemic. It just wasn't the best time of year to do all of the finish cleaning that I wanted to do on the patio. As you can see, though, I did try to take a little pressure washer to it. A lot of little squiggly lines were left. It was an old pressure washer, so now we're going to get a new one and do it again. Day one of the 3-day project. I thought I would do some sort of a cool time lapse. Get a sky's view, little bird's eye view, time lapse. I thought it'd be real satisfying to watch the cleaning happen. It was a brand new power washer. It was a pain in the butt, and I didn't have everything hooked up, nor did I have the power in the camera to do the whole 6 hours of power washing this ended up to be. But I will give you a close-in look at one of the rocks. It's pretty cool, and I'll just shut up and let you watch it. Well, after a full power washing, the patio looks a lot better, but we still have 2 more cleaning phases to get through before we put the sealer on it. Looks beautiful now. We're going to give it until the morning and start the fun phase 2. Day 2 of the patio cleanup project, and we're going to hit up some of our trouble spots. We still have some clouding from some of the mortar stains. We're going to hit that up with an acidic masonry cleaner. Using kind of a medium ratio. I think I went with a 5-to-1. It's outdoors. We have a nice breezy day, so I'm just going to wear my face shield and basic protective gear for my hands. Again, we're not doing a very aggressive scrub here. All I'm doing is kind of getting in there, trying to work this product into all the little pores, doing a light agitation. I'm not trying to create a whole bunch of spray. And we're going to just walk around the patio, hit up each of our problem rocks, and then we're going to loop around and hit them up one more time. It's kind of a get lost in the project kind of thing. Again, it's another whole day project, so your mind wanders in the last crazy year, the pandemic, everything that happened, your crazy long rock star hair you had that no one's going to believe. But enough with the daydreaming. Our problem stones need one more run of agitation before we take our hose and dilute the whole thing down. Now this will give a basic dilution of the cleaning that we just did, that acid-based detergent, but we're going to go ahead and hit up that entire area again with some neutral pH cleaner. Scrubbing it into kind of the main areas, then we're going to just spread it all around the rest of the patio, trying to hit all the spots. Now this will neutralize that acid. So we've diluted it. Now we're going to neutralize what's left And we're going to just spray down all of this product again. This is just a neutral floor cleaner. I think it's used for indoor wood, exterior stone. And then this will wrap up our day 2 cleaning. So we let the whole thing dry and come back tomorrow for a little bit more fun with stain. Day 3 of the patio cleanup project. Let's get this thing done. I thought I was going to do another cool time lapse for you. I had my power solution all figured out. We're going to do another very satisfying left to right. So, looks awesome. I think, if you guys enjoy those mowing lawn videos, this is for you. Unfortunately, I work a lot slower than I used to, and that sun just starts to creep in that bottom right corner of the patio there. Now, I don't know if stone temperature makes a big deal as far as application of this product, but I didn't want to chance anything. So I get a little bit more than halfway with my super cool little let's do it all in one shot thing, and I have to switch sides. So that's not really fun, but it gives me a chance to slow everything down and show you how we are applying this slowly to each of these blocks. So without any fancy rollers, I'm just using a basic brush here. And we're putting a good amount on and just spreading it around liberally. The more texture a rock surface has, the foamier this stuff gets. So I try to reduce the angle of that brush as much as I can, just to make sure I'm pushing that product around and not just working it up into a froth on top of the stone. I'll try to hit up the entirety of the stone and then go ahead and hit up the mortar joint all the way around. By now, we're 3/4 of the way through with the patio. My hands really, really hurt. So pardon the horrible grip and the changing grip. Also, these gloves I have been completely slicked up by the sealant by now. So I can hardly hold anything anyway. This is a fancy rock. I did this etching close to 20 years ago. And this was at a little retail spot we had many, many moons ago. Been carrying it around with me ever since. Finally found a permanent spot for it. So hopefully this turns out well. But that is it. We move on rock to rock. Now I only get maybe 4 or 5 or 6 rocks done at a time. And then you have to go back. Oh, look at me switching. Oh, the hands hurt so much. Now, I try not to let that stain sit on any individual rock for too long. So within about 5 minutes, I separate the clusters and go back and just dab any of that extra sealer off of there. Not trying to spread it around, not trying to froth it up again. But you can't do this too quickly. Otherwise, you're just going to continue to make a mess. You have to let a good amount of it soak in, some of it evaporate, start to do its magic. But you do have to make sure to hit up every single piece, otherwise you're going to have some funky textured spots in your finished patio. Well, I managed to beat the sun to the majority of that corner, but it did mess up with my whole rhythm and awesome time-lapse thing I was trying to do. Spend the rest of the afternoon trying not to paint myself into a corner. I was successful, but I also messed up the time lapse, so you don't get to see the last 7 rocks. But I have a wonderful time lapse of the tripod just pointed at the corner of the house for another hour. Either way, the patio turned out beautiful. By later on that evening, the stain wetness had settled a little bit, and we see the color pop effect and cleaning that we were looking for. Again, just to give you guys an idea of the kind of glow up we had previously, the patio is still very, very covered in dust, masonry sealant. Now, just beautiful pop. We see a lot of the beautiful lines and textures in the individual stones. We also see, if you look very close, that yes, I wear socks with my sandals. I don't care. Fight me. So we do, again, beautiful lines in these rocks popping all over the patio. We even find a fancy place that hopefully my little etching from a couple of decades ago gets to live out the remainder of its life. If all things go well, this thing will probably be in here a little bit longer than I am. And to top it all off, later on that evening, we got a nice little rainstorm, so we got to test the sealant. So thanks for joining us, and I will go ahead and be quiet now for a little bit and let you enjoy maybe a minute of the rain and some awesome patio. Thanks again for joining us. See you next time.